to the One Stop Podcast where we talk sports and all that other shit. What's up, everybody? I know it's been a while. How's everybody doing out there? I hope everybody doing great. Family's doing great. Unfortunately, today I don't have my partner in crime, Devano. But shouts out to him. He and I will get back very soon, doing the thing we love to do. But of course, we got to go ahead and get into some topics. That's what y'all are here for, so that's what I'm going to give you. All right? So first off, man, next week we got a good one. I mean, we got the Buccaneers versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I didn't want this matchup. Well, I didn't want one side of the matchup. I'm just going to be completely honest with you. I wanted Aaron Rodgers and Pat Mahomes. I wanted a high-scoring game. And not saying that this won't be a high-scoring game, but I just wanted two of the quarterbacks that I think are the best in the league to go head-to-head. But as we all know and realize and figured out by now, we can't count Tom Brady out. God damn. Can't count him out, man. That dude, listen, and I'm not a Tom Brady hater. Like, never been one. Do I want to see him in all these championships? No, I'm going to be honest with you. But my only reason for disliking him a little bit, right? Because he took a championship away from my Carolina Panthers. That's it. That's all I got. You know what I mean? I can't say his play is bad. I ain't going to go with how everybody else be saying he's 40-some years old, he can't get it done. I know the man can get it done. My only gripe with him is he robbed me of one championship. I mean, my organization only been to two. You know what I mean? So he robbed me of one. But listen, I think this is going to be one of them ones. I don't know if it's going to be as high scoring as the Patriots versus the Eagles was, which that was a really good game, good high scoring game. But I think this is going to be one of them ones where it's either going to be Brady leaving out on top on some John Elway shit, like leaving in that form, like boom, championship. Because I do think if he gets this championship, he should retire. I think he has to. Well, he don't have to, but I think he should because I mean that's 10 Super Bowl appearances. You know what I mean? And then you get another ring on your way out. Perfect. But you got to think this can also be the passing of the torch, because one thing we all know, and if you're against this, something wrong with you. Now, if my boy Vano was here, he'll probably have something crazy to say about Pat Mahomes, that he ain't that good or something like that. We used to have those arguments back in the day. I think he's over that now, but we can't be sure. We really can't. We have to get him on the next show so we can figure that part out. But this could be a passing of the torch still. You know what I mean? So if Pat Mahomes is able to get back-to-back like this and he gets Super Bowl MVP on both of them, like where do we put him? Like, great, I know he's young, right? He's super young. He got probably like 10 to 15 more years left in this league. So, but where do we put him on this list? Because let's be honest, skill-wise, we already put him ahead of a Matthew Stafford, definitely ahead of a Carson Wentz, a Jared Goff, who else? I mean, name it. Maybe besides Brady and maybe that's it. You don't want to put him above right now, baby, because Brady just got the rings. Skill level, we're not talking about that because we know Pat Mahomes is able to move around the pocket and stuff more than Brady. But Brady release is crazy. You know what I mean? You gotta remember that as well. So, man, I'm excited about this one. And this is one of those ones where I don't have to root for anybody, right? Because I'm looking at it like if the Bucks win, at the end of the day, I got to see one of the greats. You know what I mean? Like, I was super young when Jordan, like, finished with the Bulls. But, getting to see Tom Brady, like, doing what he do, that's pretty fucking dope, man. You gotta tip your hat to this man. Win or lose, you gotta tip your hat to this guy. Now, today, I'm not going to give you guys my pick on who I think will win the Super Bowl. I want to save that to next week, possibly get my boy Vano on live with me so we can go back and forth on who we think we're going to win and what the score may be, right? But I think we should just take a moment to acknowledge that, like, with everything going on with the COVID and with the season, you know, they did the best they could, and we're doing all right. We got a full season out of this. Like, to be honest, we didn't think we was gonna get a full season out of this. Well, I wouldn't say we. I'll just say me. I saw this stopping maybe at the halfway point or something like that, right? I did. I saw it stopping at the halfway point, but it's cool. I mean, I'm good. I'm good with the way the season went. Um, Man, shouts out to the NFL for figuring it out. I know they postponed some games, but we're going to have a really interesting Super Bowl. I mean, Tom Brady come to Tampa, the Super Bowl's in Tampa. This has never been done. Win or lose, yo, he's stamped. He's stamped. Now, granted, I didn't know if I was giving him the GOAT title yet, right? Now, hear me out. Hear me out on this, right? Because what do people always say with a LeBron James, right? What do people always say with a LeBron James? Well, he ain't better than Jordan because Jordan went to 6 championships. Jordan won 6. Jordan, 6 MVP in championship. LeBron can never be better because he been to 10 and lost 6, right? Well, Joe Montana been to 4, championships, won 4. So I'm thinking if we're using that same analogy for, the LeBron and Jordan, are we using that for Brady and Joe Montana? I don't know. Y'all tell me, y'all tell me how y'all feel about it. Because again, I'm gonna give him the GOAT stamp because he constantly doing stuff that's never been done. I mean, the way he's playing as a 40-year-old quarterback and to get them to the Super Bowl in Tampa, it's never happened before. So again, you got stay tuned. Stay tuned to my picks next week on how I think the Super Bowl will go. I'm gonna do a little more due diligence. I might watch some highlights. You know what I mean? And to help me with my decision and whatnot. But again, hey, you guys leave message in the comment as well. Let me know. Am I tripping about any of this? I mean, is Brady the GOAT over Joe Montana, who's been there 4 for 4? You know what I mean? Are we using the same Jordan LeBron analogies, right? I don't know. So again, stay tuned. Next week, we'll get our Super Bowl picks out. Hopefully, again, I have my boy Vano with me, and we can get some scores out. Me and him, we like to bet, so you never know. May get a bet out. I may throw a bet out on one of you guys. I give away something. You never know. So again, Super Bowl next week. We're ready. All right. Now, speaking of LeBron, right? And this is going to tie in with Brady as well. Are we taking LeBron and Tom Brady for granted? Right? Now, get with me. Give me on this, right? Y'all probably looking at me like, hell no, man. We know Brady great. We know LeBron great. We ain't taking them for granted. But are they the two kind of players that you can put them on any team and they win? Right? I heard an argument, and I'm gonna tell you where I got this from. I heard an argument. I think it was either on ESPN, maybe Fox Sports. I'm not sure which one, but they were saying, matter of fact, it was ESPN. They were saying drop LeBron on any team in the NBA in their championship contender, right? So I started going through rosters. I'm like, they might be onto something, right? Because at the end of the day, LeBron was able to take a Cleveland Cavaliers with Boogie Cousins as his not Boogie Cousins, Boobie Gibson as his second best player, right? He was able to take them to the finals. Boobie Cousin, I don't know if Williams was there or not. I'm not pretty sure. I got to go back and look. But the question was, could you throw him on the Sacramento Kings? Right? Now think about the Sacramento Kings roster. Right? I'm looking at De'Aaron Fox, right? Harrison Barnes, a Buddy Hield, a Marvin Bagley, right? These are guys, we look at them, we say they got skills. I think if you put a LeBron James on the Sacramento Kings, it's a possibility they make it to the championship. And I'm just being completely honest, man, because even with my Lakers, with him being on the Lakers, even with the Lakers, man, you take LeBron off that squad, even with an AD, I don't even know if we make it to the Western Conference Finals. I'm gonna be honest with you about that. I don't think so. Matter of fact, we don't. We don't make it there. If you put, man, just think about that is greatness within itself. Put LeBron James on the Sacramento Kings, De'Aaron Fox gets better, right? Harrison Barnes gets better. He don't have to do too much. Buddy Hield, who's a sniper from the three, right, gets it done. So I think on ESPN when they were talking about it, they were saying that, nah, they don't think so. Well, I think it was Jay Williams that said he don't think so. I disagree. I think you could put him, you could put him back on the Cavs. I mean, we saw what the Cavs did to the Brooklyn Nets, and I know Brooklyn Nets had just started playing together. At the end of the day, those are 3 All-Star, 2 former league MVPs. You tell me they can't beat the Cleveland Cavaliers with Colin Sexton? First of all, Colin Sexton balled on them twice. What did Colin Sexton do before that? Exactly. So that give me the comparison of a Brady who's able to go to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yeah, granted, Tampa Bay Buccaneers was loaded with talent, especially at the wide receiver, right? If you're talking about was it Goodwin Godwin? I hope I get his name right. And Mike Evans, right? 2 great receivers. Then you bring a Hall of Fame type tight end back to come with you. Then you got Brake there, who ball as well. So offensively, Tom Brady knew what he was doing to go there. But at the end of the day, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers was still not a winning culture. It hasn't been a winning culture for a while. So the fact that he was able to go there and he got them in the Super Bowl, fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. So y'all let me know. Am I tripping? Like, could we not put a LeBron James on any team and he making to at least maybe the Western Conference Finals, if not the NBA Finals, the same way Brady's taking the Buccaneers to the Super Bowl? Because I feel like you can throw Brady on to Jacksonville too, and he still do the same thing. They got the talent, right? So again, y'all let me know. Am I bugging? Get in the comment. I'm here for the conversation. I'm here for the debate. Again, I got a bit debate with you guys right now because my partner ain't here. But look, I'm pretty sure when we get back on, he'll probably tell me I'm tripping the same way you guys might be thinking I'm tripping. So again, let me know in the comments, and look, we can get right back into it. All right, speaking of the NBA season, how you guys feeling about the NBA season right now? I mean, it's been a few games postponed. It's not in the bubble anymore, so the risk is high trying to get some games and stuff together. But how y'all feeling about? Are y'all even watching the NBA right now? I ran across some people who were saying they haven't even been paying attention to the NBA. They were saying maybe after the Super Bowl, which that's what a lot of people do. A lot of people wait until like after the Super Bowl or like after the All-Star break, and then they get into the NBA season, right? Because that's when stuff like really pick up. You get some trades, you get some buyout. That's when teams are really formed into something. Like that's when they're really forming to what they're going to be the rest of the season, right? So for me right now, how I'm feeling about the NBA, I've been watching a good bit of games. Not too excited about all of it right now. Let's be honest. I mean, I've watched the primetime games, and I've watched some games like the Orlando Magic versus the Hornets, right? I like sports, so I'll watch those games to see how a Cole Anthony or a LaMelo Ball is playing, to see if they're the future of the league, right? So you gotta try to keep up with them a little bit. But most of the primetime games I've been catching, but I haven't really been that excited about it this year so far. I mean, teams are starting off slow. Defense is kind of not being played for what I've seen. You know what I mean? Shouts out to James Harden and Kyrie and Kevin Durant joining together. But again, they gave up so much depth to get that done. You know what I mean? Like, granted, you got your 4 top scorers, right? Like, you kept Joe Harris, right? You kept Kyrie and you kept KD and you brought in Harden. Offensively, that should be crazy. Now, for DeAndre Jordan, I think at this point in his career, he's a backup center, and that's just my opinion. I think Jared Allen. They should have tried to keep Jared Allen, and he should have been that starter, and then DeAndre Jordan come in. But I understand why they can't, because they're paying DeAndre Jordan a lot of money. Because what you got to remember is Kevin Durant and Kyrie took less, so DeAndre Jordan can get more money because they're all cool, right? So offensively, the Brooklyn Nets are scary. Let's just call it what it is. They're freaking scary on offense. But we know the playoff ain't about just offense. The playoffs is you crack down on defense for sure in the playoffs. I mean, just ask Giannis. Ask Giannis, man. Like, this is 2 years, these past 2 years, he's been the best, quote unquote, the best player in the league, right? 2 times MVP. And they get to the playoff and they shut him down because he ain't got a jump shot. And that's coaching too. At this point, they got to put like somebody who's really able to create their own shot and get to the hole and stuff. And Giannis just got to post up and get a mid-range, because trying to make him a LeBron James type or a Kevin Durant type ain't gonna work. And I thought that when Kidd first put him at point guard, when Jason Kidd was the coach and put him at point guard, I thought that was crazy, because I felt like he's dominant enough if he got a mid-range, right? If he got a mid-range as well as the way he can get to the basket, that will work out perfect for them. But they're trying to make him like he's not a Joel Embiid type player. Like, Joel Embiid, you take him to the three-point line, you think he's going to make the shot, right? But it's not like there's a difference between you see a Joel Embiid come up for a jump shot at the three than Giannis. Like, granted, Giannis will make a few, but you'll live with that. You'll live with that. So Giannis, he stop with the threes. The Buccaneers have to do something to put better players around him. Like, granted, I know Drew Holiday is there, and that was supposed to help. They brought him in to help, but I still don't think either they're going to take the ball out of his hand or get somebody like a Bradley Beal, right? Now, if they would have got a Bradley Beal instead of a Drew Holiday, I think that would have been perfect. I think that would have put them over, for me, anyway. You know what I mean? So they got to figure this out. But other than that, you guys, man, I mean, I'm not watching the Clippers. I don't care about the Clippers, man. The Clippers got to show me that they can do it. I'm sorry. I'm a Laker fan. What do you want from me? They got to show me that they can get it done. I'm not concerned about the Clippers. Paul George is playing pretty good right now, but we're not worrying about Paul George in the regular season. You know what I mean? A few years ago, he was in the conversation for MVPs and then got in the playoffs and stunk it up. So we don't care about a Paul George in a regular season. Show me the Paul George in the playoffs. You know what I mean? That's what I'm looking at. And so he's not a concern. Look, I said it, as a Laker fan, I'm really not concerned about any team in the NBA. What I'm more concerned about is how AD going to get better, right? Because he's struggling right now. I mean, his free throws are not going in. I mean, his jump shot off. He's getting to the basket, you know what I mean? But he's a little off right now. I'm more concerned as a Laker fan how we're going to get better, right? We need another big for sure. Why we didn't keep Dwight Howard pisses me off. That's why in my finals prediction, I got the Sixers and the Lakers going at it. Now, I'm hoping the Lakers get another big, and I just found out by reading something the other day that if the Cleveland Cavaliers drop JaVale McGee, the Lakers just can't pick him right back up, right? Because we trade him there, and what happened in the past is teams would trade a player to an organization drop him, and the player just go right back to the team they just left. And that was kind of getting out of hand, so they changed the rule, whereas JaVale McGee would have to get traded to another team. And if he got dropped from that other team that he got traded to, let's just say if they traded him to the Charlotte Hornets, right? And then Charlotte Hornets said, "Nah, we don't really want JaVale." Then they can drop him and then bring him, and then he can come back to the Lakers. And the reason why I want a JaVale McGee type player, not saying he's not better than Marc Gasol. He's not better than Marc Gasol at all. But Marc Gasol can't jump. Man, I'm watching the games, and these guards are just going up on Marc Gasol with the crazy layup. Just like all they're doing is throwing it high off the glass. Because all Marc Gasol gonna do is just put his hands up like this and ain't gonna move. Ain't gonna move at all. So and he's slow. He's slow, man. Like he's the type of player, like he's good if we're playing the Spurs, right? Like LaMarcus Aldridge can't really move that much either. So we're playing the Spurs. You put Marcus Gasol in there, we're good. The advantage that the Lakers had last year was that we can have a JaVale McGee and a Dwight Howard switch, right? I mean, we got Montrezl Harrell, but for the NBA, Montrezl is just too small. Just too small. And Anthony Davis not going to play the 5 all the time. He'll play it when we're doing a small lineup, but you can't ask him, to do that full joint. So either we have to go small and play Trez at the 4 and then keep AD at the 5. This Marc Gasol one I'm struggling with. I'm not going front. Even when we made the signing, even when the Lakers made the signing, I'm struggling with it because he can shoot the 3. He's a good passer. But shit, LeBron's a good passer. KCP can hit the 3. Caruso can hit the 3. You know what I mean? Schroeder can hit the 3. I just thought AD can hit the 3 once he get his shit back together. This Marc Gasol thing is really bothering me. Now, I think in the because the Lakers only have 14 players on their roster right now. I think mid-February they can add another player at the mid-level. So hopefully, we get another big. I don't even know what big is out there. I'm beyond. How do we not keep Boogie Cousins? He's doing this thing in Houston right now. How do we not? Pray for me, y'all. I don't know. I don't know. But again, like myself, like most of the people who like the NBA, we're gonna wait till after the All-Star break to start really diving into how the NBA season is. Right. Once after the All-Star break, y'all see me more, y'all see my boy Vano more, and we'll give y'all more and more about the NBA season and how we feel about it and who we think are going to win and who we think are going to be where, right? All right, so getting close to the end, you guys. Again, thank you guys for sticking with us. I know it's been a while since we, have done anything. Again, my boy Vano's not here, but he will be back soon. I know that. To the new people that's joining, thank you guys for watching. Granted, again, this is not the team duo that you would see going forward, but I just wanted to get you guys some content out there to let you know that we're still here and we're still going to, give you guys the one-stop podcast that y'all know and love. All right, so again, as a Laker fan, right, I haven't been watching a lot of like sports talk stuff, right, from this past week. And I give y'all the reason why, right? The reason why is because I'm a diehard Laker, and it was like the year anniversary of Kobe Bryant. And I'm still not over it. I'm going to be real with y'all, man. I'm still not over it. It's still unreal type of deal. You know what I mean? I think they showed like some pictures of like the crash site, something like that, and I fucked around and saw it by accident. Did not mean to. Trust me when I say this. Did not. But man, it's still one of those things that is crazy to even think about when you look at most of our greats. Think about it. Most of our greats that have retired, we lose them later in life. You see a Bill Russell and a Michael Jordan, and you see these players get older. You know what I mean? So still to remember, it's been a year now, and damn, this year has really gone by fast. Like, man, like we've been in the house for so long. Like this year really just like creeped up on us and I didn't even know like it was a year anniversary already. And let me tell y'all what bothered me, right? Because I was on a panel probably a couple months after the accident happened, right, with Kobe. And one of the cats on the panel I was on, he brought to like my attention because what the crash happened, of course, January, right? And everything got shut down, and like maybe late February, early March for COVID reasons. And this dude says in the chat, he goes, you know, if this COVID thing would have hit a month or so sooner, Kobe would still be here. And I was like, damn, why would you like? We already in the pandemic. I'm already like crazy trying to figure all this Zoom shit out. We on this Zoom call, the panel and shit like that. And you give me that, right? So you automatically think in your head like, God, man, like why? Now you thinking like you don't want to be in a pandemic, but you're like, yo, if you're gonna come, like why not come a month or so sooner? So they have to shut that facility down, and Kobe don't have to go to the camp, and don't have to take a helicopter and stuff like that. And then this don't happen, right? So it kind of leaves one of those like what if things in your brain, right? Like, damn, if it would have been earlier, or if it would have been brought to our attention, because I think the COVID was out there. We just didn't know about it till late February, early March, right? So it was out there. So if it was just brought to our attention sooner, then we still would have had being here. You know what I mean? So that I never forget when that dude said that. That sticks with me now. That damn, that could have been it. So again, it's been a year. I mean, I was a Laker fan before Kobe Bryant got there. I remember like Eddie Jones and shit on the team like that. But even though I was a fan before Kobe got there, Kobe made me love the Lakers. You know what I mean? I don't know how many arguments and like almost fights I've gotten into for the Kobe Bryant Allen Iverson comparison, right? I'm telling you, back in those days, man, just arguing with people, just like, how the hell you think AI is better, right? So Kobe made me a diehard. Like I was already a Laker fan, but Kobe made me a diehard Laker fan. So in remembrance of Kobe, man, like condolences again to him and his family. Wish them well, and it's got to be hard for them because it's going to be a continuous thing, right? You know, RP to Kobe and Gigi. I don't want to forget Gigi as well, but it's going to be a continuous thing. Every year, we're going to have a anniversary of Kobe Bryant. And the fact that he touched so many people in all sports, right, is crazy. You know what I mean? I don't even know when I started saying Kobe when I used to shoot stuff in the trash cans and stuff like that. I don't remember when I started. I don't know if somebody did it before me, but of course, now we know everybody in the world does that. Everybody shoots it and go Kobe. So again, it's a year anniversary of Kobe. RIP to Kobe Bryant. RIP to Gigi. RIP to the rest of the family that was on that flight, man. And and to you guys, to their family as well. We wish you guys well and continue healing in this process. All right. So again, coming to closing, I would like to thank you guys again. I know I've said this throughout the show, but again, we've been getting people asking us about the podcast. When you coming back? When you doing it? When you doing that? And life things are going on. And COVID's still going on. So me and my brother, we still trying to be safe. We want to give you guys content. We want to be in the same room with each other so we can do it like the old way we did, go back and forth. But again, we both got families and we got to try to be safe, while we're doing this. So thank you guys for sticking with us, being with us. You guys be safe. This COVID shit is real. I've known a lot of people who gotten sick from it. Some people didn't affect them that much, and some people it affected them really bad. You know, I've known some people who have lost their life, you know, and I know some people who mothers and fathers have lost their life. So again, I live in Atlanta, and Atlanta ain't trying to close for nobody. So I got to go that extra mile, excuse me, to be safe, to make sure me and my family are good. So, you know, be safe, you guys. Wear your mask, protect yourself, protect others too. You know, and during this time, I want to give a warm condolences to, we lost. I just say it off the top of my head, three people I know. We lost some greats in the past few days. I think one may have been the COVID, I think, but I'm not 100% sure. But I mean, we lost the great Hank Aaron. And I get every time I'm coming home from work, I see the sign on the Atlanta Braves ballpark, you know, with his picture on it. So, man, we're losing greats, y'all. We're losing greats, and it sucks. So we lost Hank Aaron. We lost Larry King. You know, no matter what race or culture you're from, you're a fan of Larry King. You know the name, you know the suspenders. You know what I mean? Legends. And we just lost the great Miss Cicely Tyson. You know, and it's crazy out here, man. So again, protect your loved ones, protect yourself, and treat everybody, with the respect that you would want to be treated, man. So again, this is a short one, just to get something out there for you guys. Again, I will have my brother back. I will. Shouts out to the new production team, help me out. She knows who she is. She ain't a camera person, but thank you. Love you for this. And again, thanks for joining the One Stop Podcast where we talk sports and all that other shit.